The latest tweet from the president-elect could signal a reversal of nearly 5 decades of U.S. nuclear policy. Since 1963, presidents, both Republican and Democrat, have agreed with Russia to limit nuclear weapon development. Most recently, in 2010, President Obama signed a deal to cut the number of missile launchers in half and limit deployed warheads on both sides. But today, Donald Trump suggested that policy may not be his policy. Here's Julianna Goldman.
In just 140 characters, President-elect Donald Trump signaled a major shift in U.S. foreign policy, tweeting, "The United States must greatly strengthen and expand its nuclear capability until such times as the world comes to its senses regarding nukes." Transition officials didn't say what prompted the tweet, but it came the same day that Russian President Vladimir Putin said Moscow needs to strengthen the military potential of strategic nuclear forces.
I think the tweet was ambiguous, and it was hard to figure out what exactly he meant.
Former U.S. Ambassador to NATO, Nicholas Burns.
In nuclear diplomacy and in diplomacy in general, you want to be clear most of the time, especially with your adversaries, about what you're willing to do and not willing to do.
A Trump aide later tried to clarify, saying the president-elect was referring to the threat of nuclear proliferation and the critical need to prevent it. During the campaign, Mr. Trump also sent conflicting messages on nuclear policy.
Look, nuclear should be off the table. But would there be a time when it could be used? Possibly.
Okay, the trouble is when you said that...
Today's confusion overshadowed Mr. Trump's long-awaited White House staff announcements, including naming former campaign manager Kellyanne Conway as counselor to the president, making her the top-ranking woman in the West Wing. Former Republican National Committee spokesperson Sean Spicer will be the next White House press secretary, and longtime aide Hope Hicks will serve as the director of strategic communications. A day after Mr. Trump said he still favors a Muslim registry, President Obama made that more difficult. Scott, while it hadn't been used in 5 years, he ended a program enacted after 9/11 that registered visitors from countries with active terrorist groups.
Julianna Goldman covering the transition. Julianna, thank you.